Recorded.
Okay. Fine.
How much are you doing today?
Sorry.
Start.
Okay. So next. So being an accountant, the thing is actually I can't hear you guys clear. That's why I keep asking. I keep saying sorry because I can't actually. I can hear here and there only. Okay. So okay. One sec. Okay, so next is okay. So being an accountant or as an auditor, what are the fiduciary services that you guys can do? One second. No, I can't see you. Where are you guys? Okay, I think most of you guys logged in. What is this? Okay. Eh? Guys, are you there? The camera is turned off. SFS.
Excuse me.
What
John.
happened?
Excuse me.
One second.
Good morning. Where's your raincoat? What happened? Sounds like a good morning. 8%.
Guys, am I audible? Guys, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
You guys, is the camera off?
We can't see you, ma'am. You are not a same picture, ma'am.
Sorry.
We change the light. Okay.
What happened?
We are not able to see you, ma'am.
See, when you log in from your mobile, is am I audible? When you log in from your
It's
mobile, guys, guys,
Somewhere,
guys, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Oh my god.
Yes, ma'am.
I
Yes,
have no
ma'am.
idea. Thank you. But basically, this
Here once it's break dancing, break dancing, break. There are two pieces.
Okay. Is it fine now? Okay. Okay. Can I just ask you one thing? Did the same issue happen last time when you were having online classes, or is it the first time?
No man. No man.
Last time, no issues.
No man.
Oh. So this is the first time you're facing such issues, huh?
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay, I have just turned off my camera, but I can see you guys. Okay, let me see. Is it because of the camera? 1 second. Maybe because of the low bandwidth. If that is the case, let me see what can be done. So, guys, so as an accountant or as an auditor, so you have responsibility towards certain people, certain obviously to I mean, as a fiduciary, you can actually provide certain services. For example, you can act as a fiduciary to the person whoever is paying you fee, whoever is paying you audit fee when you do audit. So you can actually act as a fiduciary to that particular company. 1 sec. Still breathe. Just a minute. Let me just see what can be done. One.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, guys, I have just reported this particular issue. If this issue persists, if this happens again, then you can go home for today. Okay? If this happens again, so let's just see if am I audible?
Yes,
So let's, because see, this is the first time I'm facing this issue as well. Because even today morning, I had another online class, but everything was fine. I don't know what's the wrong, what's the concern here. So if this happens again, then I'll just inform your Sriraj sir, and then you can leave for the day. I'll just talk to him. Okay. So let's see. So till then, let's try. So as a fiduciary, so as an accountant, you can actually give fiduciary services to whoever is actually that particular company who is paying you the auditor fee first. Second, see, there's a clear differentiation here. Second, you can actually work as a fiduciary to the current owners of that particular company. Second, and then the third one is to the future owners of that particular company. So as a fiduciary, you are actually supposed to work or on behalf of them. You are actually supposed to give I mean, consider their best interest. So you have to consider I mean, you can actually a fiduciary for the current owners of your particular company and the future owners as well. So whoever is going to buy shares in future, then you can actually give fiduciary responsibility, okay, to employees. You can give fiduciary services to the government, to lenders, to future lenders, to Securities and Exchange Commission, and even to the public as a large. So To sum it up, who's a fiduciary? A fiduciary is someone who is whom I mean we trust, who has to do his responsibility. A person is a person or an entity to whom we actually entrust our assets, and he has to manage that particular asset for the best interest of the principal or the beneficiary. So that's all about fiduciary responsibility. So here there are certain points that they have mentioned. So first and foremost, I mentioned a few minutes ago that your responsibility is towards the public at large. First and foremost, you are responsible to the public. So because you are a professional accountant or as an auditor, you are responsible to different stakeholders. Your performance, the performance of your service may at times involve you have to make various choices wherein you might have to prioritize a certain stakeholder or another one. However, when financial statements are audited, it has to be fairly represented according to the perspectives of all the stakeholders. You should consider the interest of all the stakeholders. So you have to follow generally generally accepted accounting principles, and at the same time generally accepted auditing standards as well. You have to perfectly follow. You shouldn't favor one particular person over the other. Your reports shouldn't be biased, and once you breach this particular fiduciary responsibility, it will totally negatively affect your reputation and even the reputation of your entire profession. So you shouldn't do anything as such. So as an accountant or as an auditor, your loyalty is first and foremost towards the public. Towards the public, I told you, you have to by heart this. You have to keep in mind you are responsible towards the public first. Second, to your accounting profession. Okay, so first is towards the public, second to the accounting profession. Okay, and when we say profession, you have to follow all the principles, you have to follow all the standards, you have to conduct yourself in accordance with CMA or in accordance with IMA. Then after all this comes your loyalty to the management of your company. So after all this comes your loyalty towards your company's management. So first it's the public, second it's going to be the accounting profession, and then the last is going to be your loyalty towards the management. Why do we say this? First and foremost, if loyalty towards your management comes first, if that is the case, then what's going to be the issue? The issue is very clear. If your loyalty is more towards your employer, then you will do anything to keep them happy. You will basically even distort the records. Even the financial statements, you will misinterpret the financial statements. Am I audible? Audible?
Yes.
So you will even make adjustments in the financial statements. So that's the problem if your loyalty towards your company comes first. But if your loyalty towards the public comes first, then you will not actually fall in that particular trap, and then you will prioritize the interest of the public at large. So first and foremost, your priority should be the public. Second, your profession, and then comes your loyalty towards your company. And before 2017, we used to have a clause saying you shouldn't disclose confidential information with anybody. But after 2017, what IMA have mentioned is that if something is violating the law, then you don't have to keep quiet. You can report those. So when there is a proper misrepresentation, or when there is a violation of law, then definitely you can report. See, and even after taking all efforts from your end, you have tried everything, and even then if you cannot work with honesty or with integrity, then the next option is you can disassociate from the organization. And as per the IMA's statement of ethical professional practice and many other professional code of conduct, you have to maintain confidentiality. However, it's not necessary to maintain confidentiality. You have to consider this particular statement. This is very important because there are questions. However, confidentiality should not require a professional accountant to maintain. Silence if misrepresentation is taking place, means if somebody is lying in the financial statement, if the financial statement is wrong, if you are actually going to basically lie to the public, then you shouldn't keep quiet, you shouldn't keep silence. So prior to 2017, this is what I said, before 2017 you were supposed to maintain confidentiality. However, after 2017, what IMA has stated is that when there is a violation of law or when there is a misrepresentation, you don't have to maintain confidentiality. So this is the third unit. I will just revise again because in between we had too many obstructions here and there, too many disconnections here and there. So let me just quickly take you through the unit once again. So in this particular unit, we learned only about a few values. That's it. The first value we went through was fairness. Fairness means you should be free from bias, dishonesty, and justice. Injustice. Injustice. There are three fundamental elements involved in fairness: equality, reciprocity, optimization. Equality means, okay, you fair distribution of resources. Reciprocity means giving and receiving, interchange of giving and receiving. If you work for me, I will give you pay. So giving and receiving. Optimization means we have to hire people, qualified people who are talented, who are educated, who can actually do that particular job really well. That is optimization. So the second value we learned today is that of integrity. As per the survey by conference board, integrity is a top leadership attribute, means that is a must. If you have integrity, then you are going to be successful. You need to have integrity. So under integrity, we learned about conflict of interest. Conflict of interest can be an obstacle when it comes to integrity. Then next we learned about in case if there's even an appearance of conflict of interest, you have to actually disclose about your conflict of interest to your teammates. So here the most effective way to mitigate a conflict of interest is by avoiding the same. Second, you have to disclose about any potential conflict of interest to the stakeholders. And the third one is, if all this cannot be done, if you cannot manage, then there are certain things that you can do. You can educate your team. You need to have a code of conduct. You need to have a proper rule and regulations regarding bribes and kickbacks. And then you have to even educate your team why you are not supposed to accept these kind of gifts from a supplier or from another third person, why you're not allowed. We should actually educate them regarding the same. So the third value that we learned today is due diligence. Due diligence means requisite effort, means you have to take reasonable effort whenever you are going for a transaction or whenever you are going to bring on board a new supplier. You have to look into their previous history, whether they have done anything illegal before this, anything unethical. You need to look that as well. So whenever we are going for a joint venture or a partnership, we have to look into their previous history. Second, whenever you are hiring someone, you have to ensure that their values align with yours. Whenever you give loan to a particular company, you have to ensure that they are going to use the money for something that is good. And then the fourth value that we learned is fiduciary responsibility. Fiduciary is a person whom we entrust with our asset, and they have to take care of that particular asset considering our best interest. They have to consider the best interest of the principal or the beneficiary. So here, you can be, once you become a CMA, you can be a fiduciary. You can offer fiduciary services to many people, to various people. And you have to always keep in mind, you have to follow GAAP, you have to follow generally accepted accounting principle, you have to follow generally accepted auditing standards, and your responsibility as an auditor or as a CMA, first and foremost, is towards the public at large, then towards your profession, and lastly, towards the particular company. And before 2017, they used to say that in every given situation, you have to maintain confidentiality. However, after 2017, what they have said is, when there is a violation of law or when there is a misrepresentation, then you don't have to maintain silence. You can actually report those to the concerned people. Okay, that's all the unit, all in this particular unit. So can I just ask you a few questions. Let's see if you could understand. I totally understand. It was a very hard day. Um, you might have found it difficult to follow as well because of these technical issues happening in between. Just a minute. We will just go through the questions from this particular unit, so at least you will have a fair understanding. In case if you have any doubt, just ask me and then I can explain again. So let's see if you could understand. Huh? Okay, again. Okay, my god. Okay, so the third unit we have just six questions. Just six questions. Okay, just say ABCD like the other day. Just try if you can make it. Okay. In a survey by conference board, what is that attribute in business leader that senior management and board identified as most critical for future success? Yeah, you're right. Which one?
B. B.
B. Integrity. B. Yes, you are right. The answer is integrity. Yes. No doubt, right? No doubt. Okay. Next. Under which of the following circumstances would a management accountant not be violating confidentiality by speaking with someone about something that could otherwise be confidential? Not be violating. When accountant is discussing the information with close colleagues, when a misrepresentation is taking place, when accountant believes disclosing the uh-oh, information would benefit the public interest, when asked by a superior to disclose the information to a third party. Yes, which one? A. A. Don't think logically, don't think logically, think only not be violating, not be violating. When that person is not violating, not violating. When you talk to your colleague, it's not violation. Okay, I guess Nisarga said B. Any other option? C. I said C. Oh, B, ma'am. C, ma'am. Okay. C. Okay, 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 okay. Okay. For the public interest. Okay. My dear, I'll kill you all. I told you there are two scenarios in which you can disclose when there is a violation of law or misrepresentation. Okay. Okay. Just because something is going to be beneficial to the public, you will go out and then speak. Okay. Tell everybody everything. You will disclose everything because this is beneficial for the public. Will you? No, right? You can't. You have to maintain confidentiality. So tomorrow, imagine, okay, we are going to overprice a particular product and sell. So you will, okay, Anisha will go take a mic and tell everybody, oh, this particular product is overpriced. Will you? No, right? Even if that is for the benefit of the public, you're not going to say that. So when there is a violation of law or when there is a misrepresentation. Next. After a competitive bidding process, a company's purchasing director awarded a contract to the lowest bidder, an organization in which she had personal interests. Since the winning bidder had the lowest price, she did not disclose her relationship with the entity. In fact, she frequently highlighted the fact that the winning bidder had the most experience servicing contracts of this nature. Which of the values of ethical decision making did the purchasing vendor violate? Fairness, none, honesty, integrity. Think. Huh? B. Maruva, maruva. Yeah. Read the question. Which one? D. Integrity D. Did you mean integrity? Shara. See, guys, here the problem was, see, here she had personal interest in this particular organization. The purchasing director awarded a contract to a lowest bidder, an organization in which the purchasing director had personal interest. Personal interest means it's going to be conflict of interest. Okay, conflict of interest. If you have a personal interest in a particular company, that means there is a conflict of interest. So the answer is integrity. Whenever it's about conflict of interest, the point is going to be integrity. Okay, clear? Sure. The next one. Did you guys understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Next, a situation. This one you have to be a bit careful. A situation that would make our decision makers' independent judgment less reliable or influence decision maker to make a decision that may not be in the best interest of those who are relying on that judgment, because the decision maker might receive personal gain from his or her official or professional action. Bribe, fiduciary, opportunity, conflict of interest. Hmm?
Contact D.
B.
What?
D. Did you say D? Conflict of interest? Yes, right. A few said D, conflict of interest. Conflict of interest. See, here he is actually he's going to receive personal gain. Okay, personal gain. So definitely, if there is a personal gain, he won't be able to take the right decision. He won't be able to take the independent judgment. So there is a conflict of interest. Which of the following best describes the concept of fairness? What is fairness? Just remember, just recollect that particular definition. Fairness.
A.
Sure. Mm. Durai, sure. Are you sure, Durai? No? Which one? A. Nisarga. Okay, A. Okay, done. Durai also mentioned A. If I'm not wrong, yes, you are right. Free from bias, dishonesty, and just. See, the keywords are there. Bias, dishonesty, judge, just, impartial. So that is fairness. And the last question. When making ethical decisions, which of the following considerations involves ensuring that one's actions are honest and consistent with values even under pressure? A.
A.
Correct, huh? Correct. A. Even under pressure, I'm not going to change my decision. Is it fairness? Any C? Any D? Which one? D. No, that is not fiduciary. The answer is, you remember? Yes, integrity. C. Integrity. C. See, integrity. You remember I told you, if Sneha comes late and then the next day Anusha comes late, I will treat them the same way. That is known as integrity. We shouldn't actually give them any sort of partiality or some. We shouldn't show any sort of partiality. So here, even under pressure, we will stick to our values or principles. That is known as integrity. Okay, that's all from this particular unit. I don't wish to extend this class for you today. Tomorrow we will start fresh, and hopefully any issues. Actually, can you see me on the screen? I am visible.
Yes,
Okay. Okay, done. Okay, so hopefully tomorrow it's going to be better because I don't know now it's all perfectly fine. I don't know why initially we had so many issues. So hopefully tomorrow it will be better, and we will see what can be done. So bye bye. And okay, guys, I'll do something. I will send these notes to you. Will you read and come tomorrow? Unit three.
yes, ma'am.
So if there is any doubt, just or see, I'm there in your group as well. Or you can even ask.
Number,
Huh?
number, mobile number.
My number
Yes.
8 8 8. I'll put in chat as well. 8848662837. 88. It's there in chat as well. 8848662837. I'm in your group. I'm there in your group. Whenever you have a doubt, just send me a WhatsApp message. No issues at all. Okay, I'll help you with that, and I'll send the notes today itself. So in case because of this technical issue, if you had any doubt here or there, just ask me tomorrow, or you can even leave a WhatsApp message. No problem. Okay. So see you guys tomorrow, and thank you so much for your cooperation, guys. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.